This case brings an interesting perspective and problem that I have never thought about. Marjorie Rodriguez has received awards for the advocacy work for the LGBTQ community in the Philippines before, but this time she's being recognized for a company she had started 3 years prior, Zeveron. The name came along because they manufacture and distribute pulverin, which is a shortbread made of flour, sugar, milk, and nuts, which is popular in the Philippines, combined with the gender-neutral pronoun Z. What has also set them apart was that all of the marketing and sales staffers were transgender. This is Marjorie's passion project, but can't do it all herself, so she has many reliable team members. Her origin story is one that is like others in the Philippines, shunned by her family after becoming transgender, and therefore had to pay for her own college, which she then gained a platform advocacy. Now that they have been growing so much to be receiving awards, the question of moving forward financially is being brought up within the company. Oscar, the CEO of the company, and AJ, the company's sales manager, called in a meeting with Marjorie to discuss what the options moving forward should be. AJ flat out said they need more people and fast. He then proposed the idea that the only way to gain more people is if they look beyond transgender people and start to hire cisgender people. This made Marjorie upset, because she knew that having an all-transgender team force was one of her missions for the company, and something really important to her. Oscar argues that having an all-transgender sales force is what makes them unique, and attracts the attention of customers. There are many companies that sell the same thing as them, and this community is what sets them apart. As Oscar is saying this, she is thinking that by compromising this part of the company will be compromising the thing that sets them apart, and the passion that is behind it. They are worried that the new customers will forget what they stand for, as the cisgender community will outshine the transgender community. It isn't enough for just the old customers to know and remember their mission. AJ again argues that having cisgender people will allow for more traction, and pairing the two communities together may be a good way for growth. They called for a meeting with the salespeople of the company. At this, they all shared their views of what they think should be the next course of action. One salesperson, Diwa, said that she had many other trans brothers and sisters that were looking for jobs, especially in a workplace that they would feel comfortable and welcome. They are willing to be trained, and Diwa knows that she can train them. Carmelita said that they already spend so much time training newcomers, and that it might be nice for a change to bring someone in who already has experience. Angelo then brought up that he chose this job because he felt comfortable in being in this work environment, and he didn't think he'd feel comfortable in a community of cisgender people. Celeste then said that having a more diverse sales team would give them a better chance with the traditional buyers, with the hopes of making them more open-minded and becoming more successful. This is an extremely tough decision for Marjorie to make. She knows the pros and cons of each side, yet can't seem to decide what is better. She's ultimately at the end saying that if they choose to stay with the only transgender employees, they run the risk of not growing. However, if they make it more diverse, they run the risk of compromising what she's worked so hard for, and what if it becomes overlooked? Marjorie knows that this isn't as simple as mission versus profit. She is seen at the end wishing she could hash this out with her team members because they are so vital to her in her mission and decision. She knows that if they keep the company small, that it will be the best way to ensure that her mission gets carried out and keep that competitiveness that is in this crazy market. However, what if the company can make a larger impact with more people, even if that means that they are cisgendered? What if they could help nonprofits by funding and be able to give back? These questions are all rhetorical, given that she doesn't know how people will respond, as she could be potentially selling herself out by letting the company become bigger. Experts have two opposing opinions to what Marjorie should do. One says that she needs to double down on her values, not back away from it. She should keep hiring transgender people to tell their stories and advocate for change. The company can have diversity in other aspects, but the sales force should stay transgender community driven, because that is what people see of the company. Retaining the focus will help the community sell more and grow. Another expert says that they should bring non-transgender folks into the mix, but only after consideration that the culture of the company will stay the same. If they stay the same in the protected bubble, they can't achieve the broader impact that is wanted. By ramping up hiring to include non-transgender people as well, it will reach even more people with its mission. If they do so, they must ensure that the new hires embrace and prioritize inclusion. Regular check-ins with existing staff members are vital, especially to those who are worried about expansion. This may lead to people being unhappy with the change, but if Marjorie is vocal in why she chose to go this route, then she should be able to be comfortable with the outcomes. I see both sides of the spectrum and understand why there is such turmoil in choosing. My question is that if they already have been doing this for 3 years, what is the harm in just continuing the sales team with just trans people? I understand that they want to expand, but who's to say that they won't? To be honest, I think it would be a shame for them to include cisgender people in the sales team just for the community that Marjorie worked so hard for to be compromised. If they have people wanting to work that are transgender, what is the harm in letting them be trained? If they make a schedule that gets them trained quickly and efficiently, then I think it can only grow from there. This company is so unique in so many ways, and it'd be sad for Marjorie to compromise that for the possibility of growth. Eventually, I do think that if they can't find transgender people that they want to work for them, they may have to move to hiring non-transgender people. If this happens, it is vital that they go through an interview process that ensures they will continue to value inclusion both within and out of the workplace. All in all, this is a tough decision without a clear-cut answer, and one that Marjorie can't make alone.